All right, hey guys, Basil and Will from Grayson Hobby, and today we got to show you something different.
Yeah, this is something Diatone contacted me and asked me to make a little video explaining the capacitor mod. The original video we did on it did help a little bit.
It was awesome video, by the way.
Yeah, but this is actually Diatone's been working on the back end trying to figure out how to eliminate as much noise as possible on these boards. Because
we did hear you guys, a lot of people will comment and said the video was terrible, and we didn't really understand. I mean, we knew there was a little issue, but if you didn't put the capacitor.
After flying like the Emax Baby Hawk, I was like, oh yeah, okay, I wasn't paying attention. It does have a lot of video noise in it.
So we're going to show you how to really officially, final word, how to fix your video. So here it is.
Well, and for this month. We'll see here is on this board, if you remember where the 5-volt pads are on the back of the board, you'll have your main input powers, and then there's RX-TX. There's a 5-volt and ground lead. This is the 5-volt output for this flight controller. Now, you're going to be asking, why the heck do I have a JST lead soldered on this?
Basically, we got to solder this to where those JSTs are. That's how you fix it.
You're going to solder the capacitor down there and move it wherever you can. This is the same flight controller. This is the Fury F4M. So this is going to be the same thing that's in the Diatone GT M3 and the Stretch and the Plus and all that.
Now, this pigtail is more like a test bed.
Yeah,
so we're going to take all these different
test bed,
all these different capacitors, and show everybody.
Yeah,
we could take it off and put it on easy. So let's do it.
Yes.
All right, so our test bed is.
So hopefully you can see in this video. I'm using the GTR 90 for example because I had it laying around. You can see all the noise going on here.
Noise is referenced in the line, all the horizontal lines.
Yeah. So you're seeing a lot of more staticky noise. It's not as clear of a picture. So what I'm going to do is unplug this, and then I'm going to take.
So he had no capacitor up here.
This is, again, instead of soldering, just so I can show you, this is the capacitor that comes with the GT M3. It's a 220 UF, 25 volt capable. I don't think it's a low ESR capacitor, so I'm going to just plug this in just so you guys can see. And I did check it. It's a pretty tight fit. So now we're going to plug it back in.
Okay, we'll go back over here.
And you'll see the video is cleaned up.
Now the lines have went away probably about 50%. Maybe more.
So, hold the quad still. So you can see a lot of the noise is gone there, and that's with the stock capacitor.
Okay.
However, let's unplug this, and let's go to a low ESR. This is a 330 UF 25 volt. Okay?
2 minutes.
Positive to the
positive.
Yeah.
All right, so.
Okay.
You can see it much cleaner video.
So that's probably 50% better than the middle one.
Yeah, you're not getting the background noise as much. Let me hold the quad down so it doesn't fly away.
So there's no.
Well, there's still a little bit back there. Now here's the thing, guys. Talking to Diatone, they issued a little bulletin. The capacitor they recommend is a solid state capacitor. I didn't have any on hand. These are just low ESRs. They recommend a 470 UF at 25 volt. This is on the low side.
Are there any solid capacitors in here?
No.
No. Okay. I'm gonna show what it looks like.
So.
All right.
This, for example, is a 1000 UF 35C. This is probably gonna be the closest. For what I understand, the solid state capacitors offer the ability to discharge or handle the discharge burst and noise of a larger capacitor. So that's apparently solid state's the way everything's going to on like computers and TVs. And
all right. So plug in that ginormous capacitor.
Yeah. So you'll see the video on this one.
Scoot over a little bit. There we go.
There. So you're not getting a lot of the noise in the background and all that. So, but basically, a lot of that static noise that was in there, looking around and all that, well, that's pulsing because of the lights. But,
right. And that's how you fix it. So bottom line is you fix.
Go ahead and do that. I'm going to pull the capacitor off while it's.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Ready?
Yep. Oh wow. Yeah.
Instantly.
Yeah.
So you can see just pulling the capacitor off the noise.
Can you put it back in while it's on, or that's dangerous?
You know what? At the risk of blowing the board, let's try it.
Let's watch this first, and we'll watch the screen.
No. Watch that. Ready?
Can you put throttle on?
Plugged in. And unplugged.
Oh wow. Put throttle on so it gets a little more noise.
And plugged in.
Give it like 5% throttle.
5% in.
Alright. Plugged in?
Yeah.
Wow, yep.
Hold on. Harder to do when it's moving. Ah! Plugged in. Unplugged.
Yep.
So you can see there's definitely more noise going on. So I'm assuming what happened is the 5-volt regulator, it's a little noisy. It's not as filtered, and that's something I've seen in other quads, like the Wizard 220S had the same noisy, that was just a noisy everything though on that. This so happens to be the 5-volt line, and because we're using a TBS Unify 5-volt version, it's getting power off the 5-volt lead, which is where the noise is coming from.
Gotcha. So
our capacitor on the power lead's not really doing as much because it's going through a Beck, which I'm assuming is basically a dirty Beck. It's not providing as clean of a power source as the Unify needs, and it's transitioning the noise through it.
To sum it up.
Basically, guys, there's a capacitor that you can add to it to mimic the reduce the noise as much as possible.
Could you take the capacitor we put on here in the first video and put it?
It will help a little bit, but it won't clear it up completely.
Right.
You really want a solid state. I'm trying to get a source on that too. Hopefully we'll have them.
We've heard Diatone maybe putting them on these releases.
They might put them on their site. Yes. I don't know. I think
on the quads.
Oh yes, the next batch of the GTR 90s and the M3s will have.
So if you're getting the version 2 from Grayson Hobby, they will have it. Will's been talking to them.
Yeah, that's. I mean, constantly. They post the pictures up and everything. So
all right. Hope that helps you. You have any questions? Comment below. We will definitely take any feedback you have. Talk to the Diatone. They're really taking our feedback and your feedback and really trying to get these things top notch. So awesome companies, Diatone. They're actually listening and doing something. Holy cow.
They fly too, right?
Yeah.
Those of you guys having version 1s,
we'll hook you up. Don't worry. We'll talk to Diatone and see what's going on.
Well, I think if you email Diatone, if you have version 1, I think they will send a capacitor for the price of postage. I'm not sure though.
All right. So there you go. You heard it from Will.
I don't. You can contact
him. Will at GraysonHobby.com. Wow, that was a sick drip.